Morning everybody. I'll take you around the garden and farm, show you a little bit of what I've got going on this morning. First off, I want to look at my transplants. They've been moving a little slow, but they're still doing pretty good. There's nothing wrong with them. If we can get in here. Even these guys that I left in the little pots that I didn't pull out, they're actually doing really nice. That seems to be the case. Like, you'll have these that get thrown to the side and neglected, and somehow they outperform, and they kind of have, but these look good. Especially, let's see, these are the fish peppers right here. So like those two rows, and they're getting a real good first set of leaves. And then, if I'm saying it right, Criolla de Cocina, that's probably wrong, but they're looking pretty good. Tomatoes, you get the picture. It's coming along, and it's all right, because over here in the garden, I'm just not ready to put these out anyway. So, yeah. I don't know if I've ever shown you this. Like, this is the little greenhouse my landlord bought me as a gift. One of these little small home garden jobs, which is perfect for me. But we have these little container gardens that the landlords used to use also, and I've used them in the past. And they've been neglected for a while. You can see I've kind of let them go. But I'm gonna probably clean these up in this little area in front of the greenhouse. Get back some and show you. You can see I kind of framed the beds around the greenhouse because I had intended to do this. So today I'm going to try to get some cattle panels or hog panels, whatever they are, and make a little makeshift fence around here. This is not part of the market garden scheme, but it is something that I want to get going, because I don't want anything in the garden that's not on the little production scheme. And so there's some things that I want that are not in the garden, so I'm going to put them in here. Basil in particular. So that's just a little side project. There's some cattle panels over there he said I could have. So I'm going to get those out, try to straighten them up, and I'll show you that. In the little test market garden plot, I do have some work to do, and I'll show you that. So in the middles, I do have some weed pressure coming through. You can see I've been neglecting it, but that's all right. I'm gonna get the hoe out and work on that some. And you know, I bought some tools. That's pretty bad over there, and that's been the worst place when I had this garden here a couple of years ago. But I bought some tools, but I haven't bought a stirrup hoe, and that's really something I need to put on the list, even at this stage in the game. And as far as the test market garden's going, I mean, I'm not complaining too much. Like the Mizuna here, which was my best germination, it's coming up, and I'm getting some real leaves, so fired up about that. The Red Russian also has some real leaves on it, getting started, so pretty fired up about that. But I have a lot of inconsistency. You can see some of this stuff is just barely coming along, and it's kind of been at this stage, so there's a lot of variables there, and I'm not sure what all of them are. I'm trying to figure that out and pin it down. That's the whole point of this test plot. The Red Giant, I have some real leaves coming on there, but I also have right over here next to it some stuff that's just kind of sitting there. I think it'll come on, but I would like it to be better. I always want it to be better, right? So arugula, I replanted it twice, so this is the, this is the third planting of it. and it did come up. I have decent germination, but it's not nearly as thick as that over there. So I'm kind of wondering about the seed plate recommendation. So I'm gonna reach out and ask some of the other farmers how it's going. It may just be something I'm doing, because I actually used Curtis Stone's specs on that, and I pretty much trust what he says. He's good at what he does. But so the arugula, and down at this end of the bed, yeah, there's not a lot of germination, and on the end of almost every bed there's not much germination, or what's there is not doing really well. Something I want to point out, and we'll go back to the Mizuna. So this is something that's totally me. So on the seed specs it say 9 rows for baby greens for Mizuna, and actually same specs on every crop that I'm showing you here. It's 9 rows in a 30-inch bed. But you can see, and I've been watching YouTube at some of the other guys that I watch that are growing, and their stuff's coming up. Look at how it's spaced. So here's the most outer row, then you got this big gap, and then you got these 2 rows that are pretty much on top of each other. Same thing. So I think I know what I'm doing wrong there, and it's not going to hurt me now, but I would like all those to be even spaced, and that's how it's supposed to be. And it's got to do with the way that I'm running the seeder. So hopefully on the next try I'll get that better. Well, I got the hoeing done. I got to get all my little piles up. So doing this, I'm starting to see what weed pressure I have and some of the stuff that I don't. And it's kind of important to know what you're dealing with, or at least what kind of plant. So some of these are rhizome plants, which are the ones that I fear the most. And some of it's just normal weeds like lamb's quarter. Okay, that's enough in the garden. So as far as a market garden, now I want to do some stuff for me, because this is still my day off. So I want to get these hog panels, cattle panels, whatever you call them. Now I got it drug out, I've got to figure out how to straighten it up. Yeah, the horse has really done a number on it. They can do some pretty amazing stuff sometimes, but yeah, I'll get this stuff bent up straight, or unbent, whatever, and we'll use it for the fence for what I'm going to make. Cattle panel is 16 feet long. It's longer than what I really need it to be, but I can work around that. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. So I've got other stuff to do. I'm going to let that slide for now and think about it, how I'm going to route the fence and everything, because I have to have the fence up. As soon as I put fresh dirt in here, the chickens are going to go crazy. Yeah, and oh, wow. Anyway, they'll go crazy, scratch up my crop, scratch up the dirt before I even plant my crop. So I'm gonna buy some seeds, probably share that with you soon. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get exactly. I know basil, maybe Thai basil, few surprises, stuff totally not market garden, at least for this market garden that I've got going. And yeah, test market garden, I'm using this as practice, and to use it as practice I need to stick to the script and make it as real as possible and not be putting all of my ideology in there and all this permaculture stuff with the interplanting that I've always did in my personal gardens in the past. Because I've did a lot of personal gardens. I've did it for years. My family's did it, so I've been around normal gardens all of my life. But this is totally different, and I've got to stick to it and get that. But I still want space to put my crazy stuff in. And yeah, that's what this is. That's what I want to show. I want to mix it up a little bit on the show, on the channel. Let me go somewhere quieter. All right, well, that's a lot better. I could actually hear you. The chickens were going crazy. I couldn't hear anything. But anyway, the raised beds, that's going to be my personal space to do whatever weird plants I want to do. And it's important to me that I have something separate, because that's kind of my hobby and my interest is to try new plants all the time. And most of that stuff just simply won't go into the market garden. And so I've got my separate space. I've got to get the fence around it and keep the chickens out. The big pile of compost that I bought for the garden, I have some still left. I'm going to build a sifter and sift out some just for this, and probably show you that when I get that built. And yeah, a lot of stuff I want to start chopping into the videos or making separate videos that are not market garden related. I do want to follow the market garden close as I can, because it may be useful to some people that are trying to start. But it's not all that I do. It's not all I'm interested in. And so I've got some separate stuff like this that I want to start showing you. And I've got a lot of other cool video ideas coming up that I can't wait to show you if they come to be. I think they will. I think you're going to like them a lot. So that's kind of it for now. I want to get out here and run the chainsaw and get some stuff cut up. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends about it. And with that, I think I'll let you go. I'll see you later. Bye.